Hey guys, Locke here, and welcome to episode 14 of FIFA 16 West Brom Career Mode. So, to start off with today's episode, I did make a really big mistake here and forgot to click record when I signed Paulo Dybala from Juventus for 16.5 million. He's our first signing of the January transfer window, and I can't believe I forgot to record. I signed him for 16.5 million. And he's a replacement for Rondon, so he'll make his debut here against Aston Villa in the West Midlands Derby, and we'll definitely be hoping for 3 points. So I couldn't believe it. I just forgot to press record, and I'm just such an idiot. So no, I don't think anything else. Oh yeah, that's right. James Morrison and Macaulay are leaving at the end of the year to different Premier League clubs respectively. Um, on for free because their contract's expiring. But as you'll see by our side, I'm not scoring enough goals this year. So I pushed up Ryan Gould into like a higher left mid sort of position, and same with Nathan Redmond. So hoping for some more goals. And it's more same sort of starting 11 as usual. As we look at Aston Villa's side, they've got Guzan in goals, the American, and Bonlahor's leading the line up front with Carlos Sanchez, always a very solid midfielder. But we'll certainly be hoping for 3 points because if you didn't see our league table from before, Aston Villa are sitting in 20th, we're sitting in 12th. But as you can see, in the 36th minute, Dybala should have really been rewarded a penalty there, but I just can't believe that's not a penalty. And in the 43rd minute, Charlton Zogby gets on the ball here. He nutmegs Robin Nokke, and his shot is a simple save, sort of for Lindegaard. I couldn't believe that was a penalty. Just some of the refereeing decisions in this game is incredibly stupid. Um, you either get penalties for really soft, or you just get when it's a clear penalty. You can clearly see it's a penalty. They don't reward it, but. In the 55th minute, our first good proper chance, full Dybala, but it was a very difficult angle for him to score that header from. But Carlos Sanchez has a header over the bar here, and it remained at 0-0. Well, actually, it wasn't Carlos Sanchez, it was Kozak, the striker. Sorry about that. But in this 83rd minute, as Dybala has a free kick from 31 yards, his shot is just wide of that post, and it remains at 0-0. So a really, really bad West Midlands derby. And in the 90th minute here, we have a very good opportunity. Johnny Evans gives it to Dybala. Dybala skips past Julian Lescott. It's just good save from Guzan, and Johnny Evans cannot turn in the rebound. And that is how the game would end. So, 0-0, we keep the clean sheet. We get only 1 point, which is in a way very disappointing. But I was definitely hoping for 3 points going into the game, and at least see some more goals as well. But as there's a transfer bid from EA Win Gamp. I don't think that's correct, but they want 2.1 million for Darren Fletcher. I say 5 million. I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but with Ruben Loftus-Cheek out for another 2 months, I think it is. I can't afford to lose him because Darren Fletcher, because he's a solid, very solid, tall, holding midfielder. But as you can see, Nicholas Enkalo, contract offer declined our contract offer, so I put in a new one. Hopefully he can come with a contract after his contract expires in 6 months. So hopefully he does accept that, and if he doesn't accept that, hopefully we can get Joel Matip. I'm only hoping for one of them. Hopefully Joel Matip can come in to the side, but we'll just have to wait and see, really, because Joel Matip's a very solid midfielder. It's a tough one because Joel Matip is obviously a quality defender. He's 6'5". He's quick, so he's very solid. But the problem with Enkalo is 5'11", and he has very good jumping, which probably does make up for that. But yeah, hopefully we can sign one of them. But as you can see, we do travel to Stamford Bridge and in London to play Chelsea, and they haven't lost at home this year, this season. So hopefully we'll be able to change that. John Obi Mikel's the captain, and they sort of play in a way their B side. They're missing out on a couple of very good players, John Terry, Gary Cahill, and Eden Hazard, and Diego Costa doesn't seem to be there either. So Loic Remy's going to be leading the front up top. And yeah, by our side, we've only made the one change, or maybe no, actually no, we made a couple of changes because this was about 4 or 5 days after our game against Aston Villa. And as you can see, Darren Fletcher does go into a defensive mid role. Lucas Romero does drop back into centre midfield role, and Sessegnon does get dropped to the bench due to fitness issues. But in the 35th minute, John Obi Mikel produces a fantastic save out of Andres Lindegaard, and the Nigerian nearly did score. He's only scored one goal in his entire club career, and that was against Fulham for Chelsea. That was, yeah, he's not known for scoring, but known for scoring is Branislav Ivanovic. He's not exactly had a good start to the season in real life. He's a liability in defence. I've said it for years. But he's a very good attacking defender, and he scores here to make it 1-0 for Chelsea. But only a couple minutes later, Nemanja Matic gets in the ball. He gives it to Loic Remy. Mikel gets in the ball and scores. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous how John Obi Mikel, of the one person to score is John Obi Mikel. I mean, he's only scored, like I said, he's only scored one goal in his Chelsea career, and it was off a corner against Fulham. I mean, yeah, it was a volley from about 3 yards if I can remember correctly. He scores when he wants, John Obi Mikel, when he's just scored against us here. But as Pedro gets in the ball here, the ex-Barcelona man gives it to another ex-Barcelona man, Cesc Fabregas, who gives it to Remy, and he produces a fantastic save out of Lindegaard, and it remains at 2-0. So home side in cruise control, really. And as you can see by the match stats, yeah, 6 shots to 1 and 54% possession to 46. So in the 52nd minute, Loic Remy gets on the ball. He gives it to Fabregas, and Fabregas produces another fantastic save out of Lindegaard, and it remains at 2-0, I should say. But this really frustrates me. Look at this. Fabregas is outpacing Hector Bellerin, and as he gives it to Loic Remy skips the challenge to Johnny Evans. I'm so bad at defending. Look at this. It's real poor. He gives it to Fabregas, and Fabregas smashes it home for 3-0. That is so frustrating though, because the two Spaniards, Bellerin and Fabregas, well, Bellerin's so quick. He's arguably the quickest player in the Premier League compared to Fabregas. He can barely run. Like he's not known for his sprinting, and he's just outpaced Bellerin. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous. And then Fabregas with a good finish, which he hasn't been able to do for Chelsea this season, is score. And as Falcao gets in the ball here, he gives it to, I think it was Fabregas again, whose shot goes wide. Imagine if Falcao scores. John Obi Mikel scored. Well, if Falcao scored, then it'd be pretty embarrassing. But as Fabregas crosses in here, John Swift, the young Chelsea midfielder, scores. And when that sums up my game against Chelsea, we concede to a youngster, John Swift. He scores his first game. He's got the captain's armband on, which surprised me. And it's a good ball in from Fabregas. And John Swift takes a good touch and puts it past Lindegaard, who's had nothing, could save none of them because our defense is shite. So that is the end of the episode, guys. If you did enjoy that, it's a really disappointing episode, but if you did enjoy it, please do leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys for episode 15 very soon.